how we roll. I got the Paint Slayer on.
Well, that's good too. That's good.
We're not saying we're the best. There's tons of great products. We are the best. We're not saying we're the best. We're the best. But if you get it, then you know. What is up, everybody? It's Travis here, the Paint Slayer. I'm in Maryland. Got in last night super late. Literally got to my room at about 5 o'clock in the morning, laid down, got a couple hours of sleep. I'm way out in the country. Freaking can't get a Uber ride, so now I've been waiting on a taxi for a little bit. A little bit of a rough start to the trip, but it's not mattering. It's not gonna matter. I'm not gonna let it matter. Can't even talk. But this is the start of the trip. I'm gonna head over. We got a couple days training. Gonna do marine and auto. One-on-one training here in Maryland, so I'm gonna take you along for some of that stuff. Once we finish here Monday, we're gonna be flying out to Seattle, Washington, meeting Rob there, doing a auto training and going to a company called Denko, which is one of our ceramic pro distributors for vinyl and signage. Anyway, see you guys in just a little bit. Introduced me to Pennsylvania, as glamorous as that could never be.
Lancaster.
Lancaster, oh, don't you know there yet? Quick then.
It was great at the very start. Hands on each other. Couldn't stand to be far apart. Closer the better. Now we're picking fights and slamming doors. Magnifying all our...
Alright, we're in Maryland. At the shop. Got this massive boat behind me. Correction on this side. And we're also going to be doing this Jeep. So we got Joey out here prepping the Jeep to be washed. So we're going to finish out the gel coat correction on the boat, clean up the interior, try to get the interior coated tonight. And then we're going to lay Marine Bravo tomorrow and 9H. So let's get started. Using the Americana foam soap. Nanoskin wash mitt. This is a clay bar, essentially, same thing. So I like to power wash it, foam it down, use the mitt wash it. Then we're gonna power wash all the debris that's left over from the wash process off. Then we're gonna hit it with foam again. Then we're gonna come back with our clay mitt. The clay mitt's gonna remove any embedded contaminants from the paint surface and move us one step closer to our paint correction. Alright, so we power washed it, we mitt washed it. Now we're putting Americana foam soap on it one more time. We're gonna take our clay mitt. We got our bucket of water and keep our clay mitt right here in the bucket of water. One thing to watch out for is as you go, you wanna make sure that there's no resting solid contaminants on this piece of clay. If you get like a rock or something in there, then it's going to potentially scratch the paint. So with this, and when you wash and do anything, you wanna start at the top of the car. This is just gonna remove any embedded contaminants from the paint surface. So tree sap, tar, overspray. And there's different levels of aggression when it comes to the clay. You want to clay the glass, the wheels, everything that you're going to be applying the ceramic to, or any form of protection. So we're just going to work this small, short strokes. Because saying one of the most important things, just going to make sure that you don't have any resting debris on here. Because if you get like rocks or anything in there and then you go to do this, we're putting lines in it. So anything that we coat, we're going to also clay. So glass, wheels, we'll do the wheels at the end, and I would typically do that with a clay bar instead of a clay mitt. Just keep your bucket. Just kind of go panel by panel, short, choppy strokes.
And we met at
5:30. No, you can keep talking.
Yeah?
My boy Ryan just showed up. We're gonna do a video. Just wanted to say cheers. But since we were here having a 5 o'clock beer, I wanted to put it in the vlog. Hi, this is Travis and this is Ryan. This is Ryan's Jeep, and that's a high spot.
Ooh, I see it.
Don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can.
This was a training vehicle.
Oh, yeah, see those little... It's really hard to see. It's right there.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Could be better.
What's up, everybody? Travis McNutt here with my boy Ryan Shriver. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us today. Let us speak some truth into your life. So I want to talk about why Ceramic Pro. But first, I met Ryan. Oh, am I in the? There we go. First, I met Ryan, SEMA 2017. That's a horrible backdrop. Hey, bro, get out of my background. Get out of my background. It's funny because every time I pull the camera out around here, everybody gets shy. They stop talking. They start running into the background. You want to hold it?
Sure.
Oh, perfect. So I met Ryan, SEMA 2017. Awesome guy. He's a Ceramic Pro sales rep. So if you're considering joining the team, and you don't reach out to me directly, because if you do, I'm going to send you to Sky. She's my girlfriend. Keep the money in the family. But otherwise, you should reach out to Ryan, because he's also a sales rep, and he's a great guy. He'll give you great service. Anyway, met at SEMA. We've been growing in this industry with the company and our friendship. I actually lived in Pennsylvania for 7 months, so he actually introduced me to Pennsylvania, as glamorous as that could never be.
Lancaster.
Lancaster, oh, don't you know there yet? Quick then. So,
And I'm not Amish.
but we want to talk about why Ceramic Pro. So if you're going to pick a coating company, you have to pick a brand, a coating company. Why would you do that? Why? Why Ceramic Pro, Ryan?
Well, everybody says, and we had a conversation about this earlier, everybody's like, well, Ceramic Pro is just a marketing company. Well, Travis brought up a great point. Everybody has to brand and market their business, whether they're a small detailer, just a standalone person, or they actually have a business where they have multiple employees. Everybody has to brand themselves. You are your own brand, okay? And that's what Ceramic Pro does so well. They brand and market their product well, but it also works better and as good as any other coating company out on the market. But the best thing about Ceramic Pro is we not only are, as people say, a family, but we're also a team. We network, we bring people together and helping each other out. Everybody wants to kind of knock each other and what they do and stuff like that. What point does that make? It doesn't make any sense to me when you're trying to grow a business and be better, especially if you're selling or representing or doing the same service with the same product. Why not grow with each other? Why not help each other out? It doesn't make any sense to me, and I promote that with all my installers. Grow together and help each other make money and move forward. Ceramic Pro is a team, and that's why we have Team Ceramic Pro. We're a family, but we're also a business. We're all here to make money and enjoy life and work hard and play hard, but it's a business at the end of the day, no matter what anybody says.
And you kind of started your conversation with one thing that we hear from an objection standpoint is, oh, you're just a branding and marketing company. I don't know if you're familiar with some brands like Nike, Adidas, Reebok, or maybe some professional athletes like Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders, or Kobe Bryant. But what they do is they're professionals in their field. They've developed their skill, and they want to take their skill to the next level. They want to take their income to the next level. And how do you do that? Through co-branding. Whenever you co-brand, if I'm going to say that and I'm not saying this, but if you are a badass in your space, basketball, football, detailing, car sales, whatever it may be, you want to partner with the best in your space because you want to have somebody who knows what they're doing, who's going to add value to you and your business, come alongside you. So that's exactly what Ceramic Pro is. We're a company that's pre-established. We pioneered the technology into this industry, pioneered the technology into the marketplace, you know, at least 7 years ago. So what that means is we've had boots on the ground, a solid team of staffed people out there spreading the word about this company for 7 years. We have credibility, we have worldwide brand recognition, we have a huge team of people that work in the background so that you can be successful as a business owner, and we come alongside you. Like you said, it's a family. We have resources, digital and printed marketing materials. We actually spend money on marketing to bring clients into your shop.
We have a lead system, and that lead system is put in place to help you grow.
Yeah,
it's an opportunity. You still have to sell yourself, you have to sell your business, and you have to brand yourself as that professional in the detailing industry. You're going to take care of your customers.
I mean, I started in this industry and got to this place from owning my own detail business. So I worked with non-said name brand of products, and I can tell you, whenever I joined Ceramic Pro, by having printed marketing, banners, I looked good, I felt good. It's a worldwide brand recognition, so people come to me asking for Ceramic Pro. I've literally been in this business 3 years, about the same for you, but I've never in that 3 years had not one person come to me and ask for any other brand other than Ceramic Pro. So here's what you know. No matter what you're doing, if you're great at it, if you're not great at it, if you're starting, if you've been doing this 15 years, Ceramic Pro is a brand that's going to support you, give you resources, give you connections, going to come alongside you and help you with whatever it is that you want to do. And we've been doing that really well for 7 years. And if I want to partner with somebody, I want to partner with the person who's doing it the best. So why Ceramic Pro?
We're the best. We're the best at what we do in multiple
Even if we're not the
facets.
best, we want you to be the best, and we're going to come alongside you, give you tools, resources, the network, training, whatever it looks like. We're not saying we're the best. There's tons of great products. We are the best. We're not saying we're the best. We're the best. But
we're going to help you grow. We're going to help your businesses grow. But it takes effort from both your rep and you as an installer, as a detailer, as an auto body shop, whatever business you have, if you're a marine installer, whatever, we want to help you grow. It's all about the communication, and it's all about the resources. We have the resources. It's up to you at the end of the day to make this work with us, but we're willing to help you.
That's how we roll. I got the paint slayer on.
Well, that's good too. That's good too.
Anyway, guys, if you want to do well, if you want to partner with somebody who's already doing well, do it with Ceramic Pro. We're going to come alongside you. We're going to give you the tools, tips, resources, the people. We're going to bring you leads. We're going to do whatever you need. That's what we're here for. So, Ceramic Pro.
We're out.
Out of what? Thanks to my camera lady.
Doing you can.
All right, I'm out.
Out of what? Out of here. All right, y'all, here we are back. It is 7 o'clock, day 1, Ceramic Pro training. So thus far, the boat has been gel coat corrected, 2-step, rotary with the wool pad, and Americana 1000, followed with DA Roots 21 with a Lake Country wool pad and Americana 1500 compound. It's been a great combo, and in fact, can you get back on that high horse you were on? I heard you screaming from the other side of the boat. Tell me what you were saying.
1500 is amazing. It took all the marks out that the 1000 put in it. The 1000 cut everything, took out the
Deeper scratches?
deeper scratches, the fade and gel coat that you constantly get. and it brought it back out. It eliminated the fact of having to polish it or anything. It's no dirt, smooth, and you really don't use a lot of chemical.
Dirt or dust?
Dust. So yeah, it's amazing.
Derpy dirt. Anyway, he was over there on the other side of the boat. I was over here working with Joey on the Jeep, and I just heard him say, "Oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing." Oh, what's up, little D? What's up, little D? So, it really is a great product. I was the CEO of Americana. I was able to get in on the manufacturing and design side of those products. And I just tried to engineer my experiences into the design of those products. And so I'm really happy that he was stoked and excited on the result, how the boat's coming out. All right, so on the Jeep, we power washed it. Then we foamed it, then we power washed it again. We put more foam on it, then we clay barred it. We clay barred it with the clay mitt, but it didn't really get all the embedded contaminants off. How do I know? Well, I put my hand inside a plastic bag, and then I got the surface wet, and I rubbed my hand over the surface. So if you do that, and you can feel it, it heightens your senses. It really gives you a better sense of what's on the surface. So by putting your hand inside a plastic bag, getting the surface wet and feeling it, you can actually tell if there's any embedded contaminants left on the paint surface, and there was. So we brought it inside and we went ahead and went and got a better clay bar instead of the clay mitt, and we went over it again. We clayed the glass, we clayed the paint, we clayed the wheels. Anything that you're gonna coat, you need to clay, because you have to go through every step of the decontamination process on every surface that you plan on coating. That's the right way to do it. If anybody doesn't do it that way, then you're shortcutting. So, we did the glass, the wheels, the paint, the fender wells. Everything's clean. Cleaned out all the door jambs, cleaned out the interior, wiped the interior with stripper so it's ready to coat. And now we've gotten into paint corrections. So we've done a little bit of test sections for paint correction, and now we're about to get down on trying to finish the Jeep up before the end of the night. So once we finish the Jeep tomorrow, that means we can get into coating the boat. We're gonna do Marine and Bravo. We're gonna do interior and exterior. We're gonna lay the 9H on the Jeep. Wheel and caliper, rain, leather, plastic. We're gonna try to get all the way through both of these jobs by the end of the day tomorrow to that level. That way on Monday morning, all we have to do is come in and put top coat. We're ready to go. I'm gonna get on a plane and head across the country to Seattle for another class. So it's 7-something o'clock on Saturday? Yeah, today's Saturday. 7 o'clock on Saturday, having a Corona, doing some paint correction, having a good time. It's all about building relationships, getting to know people. And I have two people right here that I'm having a lot of time getting to know, and I look forward to having a relationship with in the future. See you in a minute.
Actually looks really good. Good job, bud.
All right, let's see it. See if we can get a eye for it. It's hard to look through the camera lens, but so did you do the whole section or just kind of like
From here to here, and then I came up and stayed right in here.
So I would say run it again. This time be a little bit more aggressive in the pressure sense, because
I just kind of let the machine do it. I didn't put anything to it that time.
So whenever I teach, and we're teaching two different skill levels here, right? So he's much more experienced, works in a body shop. He's done this a lot of times. And then we have his lovely wife, who hasn't done it a million times. And so in the explanation of how to do it right, you have to learn how to run and operate the machine first, and then you can apply pressure. So I'm totally comfortable with you applying pressure. I could already tell that you didn't. So I want you to just do your same thing again, put some pressure into it, see what it looks like. What up, fellow paint slayers? The time now is 2:05 a.m., which would make it Sunday morning. So, left Houston Friday, late, my flight was delayed. Flew into Baltimore. Got into Baltimore at about 2 a.m. last night, Saturday morning. And then it's about an hour drive to where I'm at now. So got an Uber, went through that whole process, checked into the hotel, got into my room about 4 a.m. If you're like me, you need, a minute to chill out, wind down. So that gets us to about 5 a.m. On my own bad, I didn't book my Airbnb or my hotel prior to landing in Baltimore at 2 a.m. But yeah, that's my style. With today's technology, really, like, no matter what, you can get a hotel, you can get an Airbnb, you're gonna find a place to stay. So I'm like, don't worry about it. Like, I'll book it later. But that didn't really serve me too well in this particular instance. So got to the hotel, which I had to book at the airport while I was waiting on my bag. It's $200. $200 for one night. Not the best deal, not the worst deal. Usually I try to shoot for like $100 a night type deal. $200, but that's after taxes and a Hot Pocket and a sausage breakfast and pancake corn dog and a Coke, because they didn't have any Dr. Pepper. I prefer Dr. Pepper because I'm from Texas. So anyway, $200. $200. I'm in northern Maryland. What you might consider the country or a rural area. And I need to be at this training, which starts Saturday morning, this morning at 9 a.m. So, mind you, went to bed at 5 a.m. The 8 o'clock alarm clock was not very inspiring. So, fortunately, I called Corey, which is the guy that I'm here working with, training with this weekend. Kind of gave him the rundown, and he was totally chill with me coming a little bit later. So I get up about 10 a.m. and request an Uber. No Ubers available. Not for at least I tried for 20 minutes, never got one. Ended up calling a taxi company, I'm only 9 minutes away, but got a taxi. It was an hour ride from Baltimore. I think I already said that, but got a taxi over here, walk in this morning, meet Corey and Joey, and they're awesome people. So we spent the day here. It's a 3-day class. We're doing marine, we're doing auto, working on his dad's boat and Joey's Jeep. We did the full paint correction on the boat. He used I know I went over this earlier in the video, But this is your recap. If you care, if you're still watching the video at this point, whatever, you're getting a recap. So 2-step correction. First step, rotary wool pad, Americana 1000. Second step was a Roots Mark III 21 Lake Country wool pad with Americana 1500 compound. It's a white boat. Don't have to worry too much about micro marring, and you know, it's different than whenever you work on a car. A car, people are in and out of every day, has the chance to be much more important to the individual driving it. So it's just different circumstances. Plus the boat, the gel coat is much more resilient. So that means you can be much more aggressive. Anyway, so if it's a black boat, you put a little bit more time and care into it so that it looks really pretty and nice. But the white boat and the method that I talked about is a great solution. And even Corey working today was he's a body shop background guy. So he's been doing paint corrections, working with rotary machines for 20 years. And this is one thing I love about my job, right? So I've been doing this 2.5 years. I bought my first polisher 2.5 years ago. The DeWalt, my workhorse, the only polisher from the beginning that's still in the bag. He has one sitting over here. I didn't bring mine because this is the stance I take. If you don't know how to use a rotary, whenever I come to train you, that's not the best tool to learn on. We're gonna learn on a Roots because you don't get it yet. But if you get it, then you know. And that's all I have to say about that. So the DeWalt is a great start to any correction, and especially on a boat. So Corey, he did the correction on the boat. Joey, she deconned the inside. They spent about 10 hours on it yesterday, dialing it in, getting it perfect, ready to go. So she spent, you know, maybe another hour on it this morning. Corey spent probably 5 hours, maybe, you know, 6 on the outside. So together at this point, from start to finish, I would assume that there's 20 hours, between 16 and 20 hours of labor prepping the inside and the outside. And this is a 27-foot boat, so it's a big boat. It's a center console. The motors, and I think he called it the transom. I like to call it that ass though. The ass, back here, they ain't ready. Still got a bunch of nasty crap going on, so we're not gonna get into that. 16 to 20 hours. She's ready to coat. This is Dad's boat. We're gonna do, it's a 2014. I'm gonna be honest, I only wanna do 1 coat of Marine and 2 coats of Bravo for the sake of the fact that I'm working with only 2 other people, and I don't, let's be honest, I don't want to do this like from a labor standpoint, because removing Marine is very labor intensive. But whatever you want, you get. So I'll explain the benefits of both sides, give you the options, whatever you feel like you want to sign up for, you do. And what I've found to be true, before you've installed Marine, you definitely want to do 2 coats of Marine and 1 coat of Bravo. But after you've laid the very first coat of marine on a 27-foot boat, you reconsider and you go with 1 coat of marine and 2 coats of Bravo. This is how I look at it. The only way the warranty works is if it's a 1 year or newer boat. If it's not 1 year or newer, then there are no warranty for the surface protection. The reason for that is that this is a highly porous surface, and there are a lot of external environments and care issues that diminish the quality of the finish very quickly. So unless you are early to the party and you protect and fix and solve the problem before it starts, then once it starts, it's hard to reverse. So that's why you have a 1 year warranty on boats. And if it's not 1 year or newer old, you just do 2 coats of Bravo for 18 months of correction, and then you bring it in for a yearly service, which is a top coat of Bravo, and they're gonna be very, very happy. That's gonna be your protection outside of whatever you do as far as restoration, paint correction on that side. If it's not 1 year or newer, you have to see it every year. If you don't see it every year, you don't know how it's being taken care of, maintained, performing. No guarantees. This is the Jeep. You've seen some footage. Like I said, it's about 2 a.m. So another funny thing, I was talking about my room. So I obviously, my bad, I'm bad at that. I don't have a room, so I was talking about it, and they offered that I could stay here at their place. That's something that I do like randomly pretty often. So as I travel around the country, I tend to stay in random places. Stayed with a lot of clients who I've really never met before, but I'm not scared. I like to have a good time, and I like to build relationships, and I think that living in close quarters like that, you just get to know somebody a little bit better, as I did with Corey and Joey today. So we got to hang out. I literally spent 14 hours with them today. We talked about boats, cars, products, machines. We went out to dinner, we went out to the bar, and we talked about philosophy and life goals. And whenever you do one of these trainings, at least with me, if you take full advantage of the opportunity, then my story is that I started and got to this place in this industry in 2.5 years. And you can evaluate that on whatever scale you find reasonable, but it's, I don't even know where I'm at or to claim a place, but I have a perceived place or title. And I work with a company that I love, and I love my work and what I do, and how you perceive it is what it is. I'm not trying to put thoughts in your head, but let's be real. I bought my first polisher 2.5 years ago, and now I'm training people that have been doing this for 20 years, and I'm able to shed light on techniques and tactics and things that actually make a difference in their detailing business that they have had and owned and ran for multi-years. And I'm not trying to take away from their knowledge or what they've accomplished up until this point. I'm just saying that I'm very passionate about making sure I give great value to the people who ask me to do so. So even Corey, like I said, been in the paint and body business 20 years. He just bought his first groups 4 or 5 days ago from Matt over at Detail World in Pennsylvania. Here in Maryland, I'm only 1 hour away from where I lived 7 months ago. I was living in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which I would never hope for any of you. Oh, because Lancaster, Pennsylvania sucks. It's beautiful. There's nice people there. But to my standard, it sucks. I couldn't have been happier to get out of there. Lived there only 7 months. Needless to say, right now, that's only about 45 minutes to an hour away from where I'm at. So my boy Ryan Schreiber, Ceramic Pro Rep, badass of sorts. He came by, brought us over some pads, some bumping liquids, some Mystic, had a couple beers, made a video, and it was freaking great to see him. So Ryan, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, because I've been talking for a long time, but if you are, man, thanks for being my bud. I'm proud of you. Love what you're doing. Thanks for making a video with me. It was fun. Thanks for stopping by. You know, like, I've lived all over the country, East Coast, West Coast, Maui, Arizona, Texas, Pennsylvania, California. Just felt like making a list. All over. And I met a lot of people, like thousands of people. There's not a lot of real people out there. So Ryan, I appreciate you being real, bro. You know, I only knew you for 7 months, and even though we met at SEMA, like, you're truly a person in this industry that I'm glad to know. So anyway, I'm glad you came by. I don't even know how long this video is gonna be. I've been ranting here in the shop at 3 o'clock in the morning for a while, just talking. So if you're still watching, thank you for your attention. Hope you enjoyed the rest of today's video. Now we're gonna get into the rest of this process tomorrow. I was gonna talk more about like what we actually, I mean, we like clayed the wheels, any surface. I think I said that earlier. I'm new at this vlogging thing, so I'm gonna have to like make a list and check it off. Did I record that statistic or fact earlier in the day, or do I still need to cover it? Anyway, I'll figure it out. We did a lot of stuff to the Jeep. We're gonna work on it for probably, it's gonna be me, Corey, Joey in the morning. I'm thinking that we're gonna dial the rest of this in about 3 hours. And so that leaves us with laying 9H, rain, wheel and caliper. We're gonna do the interior, so we're gonna coat it with plastic, leather. And then we'll just have top coat for Saturday morning. As for the boat, as I mentioned, they were gung-ho about double Marine and 1 Bravo. Making a prediction. I could be wrong, I could be right, obviously. But I'm thinking once they start working with Marine and they get a full 1 coat on this 27-foot boat owned by their dad, non-paying job, not to discount their hustle, because we talked a lot tonight. They're great people and they work their ass off. So I'm not saying they're slackers, but I'm saying there's something about laying down Marine that is unmotivating to want to do it twice if you're not getting paid for your time. We'll see. You'll see in tomorrow's video. So I think we're gonna go 1 coat Marine, 2 coats Bravo. We're gonna do the full interior. Everything's dialed in and ready to go. All that is tomorrow. Sunday, and then Monday morning, top coat on the Jeep. It's done. You can lay Marine and Bravo back to back. So we can really get as far as we choose tomorrow on here. One side, two sides, interior, exterior. I don't know, but you'll find out. And then Monday we'll draw it to a close. I'm probably gonna have to leave here around 11 a.m. It's about an hour back to the airport. And then 2 hours early, and I'm flying to Seattle. Gonna see Steven Trapp. Gonna go to Denko, one of our distributors. Doing a 2-day training there. We got about 10 or 11 companies coming. It's all gonna be on the channel. So, you know, probably 15 to 20 professionals on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they have a Denko exclusive, basically like partners meeting. We're one of their distributor partners, so we'll be there as a vendor for their clients and with the reps in their distribution facility. That was a mouthful. The last one we did, there was like 60 guys at, so it's gonna be me and Rob there. We're both gonna be there, killing it as usual, whether you think so or not. And then Thursday night, I'm flying to Southern California. I'm gonna meet up with Brett from Shiny Jets and Jimbo Balaam from the Auto Detailing Podcast. And I have some other people we're gonna be meeting up with that I'm excited about for separate reasons that I won't tell you about because it's not my place to say at this point because nothing's set in stone, nothing is happening yet, but I'm trying to put together something special. You probably won't know what it is until it happens. If you think you do, you can DM me, and if you're right, I don't know. Like, maybe I'll do something special for you. I'm not really too worried about it because none of you know what the hell it is, or you're gonna guess because you don't know me that well and you're not that clever. That's all I can talk about for now, tonight, at 3 a.m. on a Saturday in Maryland. But it's gonna be a freaking awesome next couple days. I'm gonna make a lap around the country. This weekend, I'm gonna... Alright, one last thing before I leave for the night. I was hanging out here in the shop. You just think about, for me, I'm always all over the place in different places, shops, environments, with different people. So I just want to share this with you. You should always have a clean and organized shop. Now today, at the end of the day, we all kind of started doing different things, and we like playing with the dogs and went out to eat, and this isn't a regimented shop environment as it stands today. So to justify the situation, but if you're running your own business and this was a place where you had employees and everything should be standard operating procedure, step by step, accountability. This this is how you do this, this is how you do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not doing this. You know the process because we taught you this way, because this is the way it's done. That's how really efficient businesses work. So, to complement my rant, just went through here. Got the carts organized, ready for the day tomorrow. And my shoes. The things that were out that we're not using, I put in that bucket. We got some towels in a bucket. I just put all the buckets in the same spot. Organized, organized, organized. You should have a place for everything. Whenever there's a place for everything, it goes back where it's supposed to be, and whenever you need it, it's there, and anybody can find it because that's where it's supposed to be, if you get the point. All of these lights are charged. Look, that one's not charging right now. No, wait, is it? Did it blink? Oh, it's almost there. It's the last one for the day. Lights charged. Power cords reeled. Now these are my machines, and I don't know where anything goes, but I'm just trying to prove a point here. And if you don't know, bungee cords solve all kinds of lighting issues very quickly and easily, efficiently, and mobily. It's pretty much how I lit garages whenever I traveled. Air hoses rolled up. Ladders are in the same spot. Nothing's on the floor or the car. No towels. No random shit anywhere. So this is the idea, guys, is at the beginning and end of each day, there should be a standard operating procedure and an accountability along with those procedures. And whenever you have that, you have a system. Once you have a system, then anybody can learn and perform on a system. And now you can employ people and scale your business based on a system that's proven and has a accountability structure, blah, blah, blah. So be organized, be neat, make sure everything has a place. Do things a certain way every time so that it can be replicated, and it doesn't matter who's doing it because the way it's supposed to be done is done the way that it's supposed to be done, no matter what, whatever that looks like, and that's the point. I'm gonna go in, edit this video, post it up. We'll start this shit again tomorrow. I think I already said goodbye once. I wonder if I'll edit that out or just leave it.
hit you with that trencher, oh, oh. If you're thinking that I'm solo, 50 deep, I'm like, oh no. I heard the feds taking photos. Nothing at the popo, nothing at the popo. Nothing at the popo. Nothing at the popo, nothing at the popo, nothing at the popo. I'm in love with a coco, with a coco. I got it for the low, 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 low. I'm in love with a coco. I got it for the low, 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 low. I'm in love with a coco. With a coco. Goody ticks, that's a kilo. I need a brick, I'll miss my 3 flow. But I'm in love just like Nino, no. Busting shots like Neo. Free my homies, not the CEO. And not the judge, not my PO, no. All this, I'm like Nino. Water whip, I'm like Nemo. Well, baking soda, I got baking soda. Oh, baking soda, I got baking soda. I whip it through the glass and I'm blowing money fast, man.